Today I'm taking a look at the FNIRSI flat panel oscilloscope. Comes with a case. So they are using BNC connectors on the top. We got DDS on the right, power button, USB, and reset. We got our multimeter ports on the right, and we do have a kickstand so we can actually set this thing up if we want to. We got an instruction manual that is in full color. We got our oscilloscope probes, we got our multimeter probes, we got alligator clips, and we got our USB cables, USB-A to USB-C. So for our multimeter probes, they are 1000 volt rated and 20 amps. They got a nice long probe on there as well. For our oscilloscope probes, we can adjust that from 1x to 10x. They're a standard spring hook style, and we have our attenuation port right there on the BNC connector. We also have our rings and our tweaker. It's got a very nice screen on there. Okay, so we got signal generator, settings, multimeter, and oscilloscope. So for settings, we can adjust the language, we can adjust the brightness. If we're going to be using this in a dark environment, we don't need that blinding us. Sound, theme, startup on boot. So if we want to, we can have this go right to the oscilloscope as soon as it boots up. Auto shutdown time, USB sharing on and off, about factory reset. So nice and simple. Let's go to oscilloscope. So we got channel 1, channel 2 right here. We can adjust those right there. Vertical probe is in 1:1. Let's go ahead and make sure we are in 1:1. Coupling AC, and then we can adjust the voltage right here. So let's go ahead and attach this guy and supply power. Okay, and auto. There we go. Okay, so it wanted 10:1. Looks like channel 2 is currently getting in our way, so I'm just going to shut that one off. Okay, so now we can see channel 1. Now I can see a couple of spikes in there. That is not really that big of a deal because I can't still read between the lines and tell exactly what I'm looking at. But here we are looking at a AC wave. Now the nice thing about this being a touchscreen is that we can move this guy up. We can move it down. So I can adjust the trigger position. Oh, there we go. That's actually looking a lot better right there. We can move left and right. We got our battery level right there. We can pause and play. Looks like we can do the same thing right here. Yep. And we can even set what edge we're going to be looking at. So we can look at the up curve and we can look at the down curve. So I'm going to disconnect this and we're going to now look at an inverter. And there we go. So we can't tell by looking at that wave, that is not a nice clean sine wave, that is a jagged wave. So what that means is that this is a modified wave to approximate AC power. So that's why I always prefer to have a pure sine wave inverter, but with an oscilloscope like this, we can actually check it to make sure that this is in fact a pure sine wave inverter. Now we don't have a lot of information on the screen telling us exactly what we're looking at. So we got function, we got measure. Let's see, let's do Vmax, VPP. Let's just see what that is. There we go. So now we can see Vmax right now is 168. VPP is 375. Afterglow, that's actually pretty cool. So if the information on display is changing too fast for you to actually see what's going on, this will kind of show you like a ghost image of what was on there before. That's pretty neat. We have calculation, cursor, save. Oh, that's cool. So we can actually save the information that's on here. So if we need to refer back to it later, we can do that. XY. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Image, okay, cool. So that is how we would go back and look at that image. Go ahead and delete it, don't need it. Course, micro, oh, okay, cool. So in the event that you need to move something, but you're unable to get that exact fine adjustment, you can put this on micro and that will make it move much, much slower. Nice. So that is a fairly well-featured oscilloscope. So let's go ahead and take a look at the signal generator. For that we're going to use the alligator clips. So you got full wave, step wave, reverse step wave, direct current. Index up, index down, multi-audio, sync pulse. Sawtooth wave, half wave, sine wave, square wave. Okay, cool. So we got quite a bit of different options. We can adjust our amplitude. It looks like 3 volts is our max, 50% on and off. And frequency, let's make this, it's at 1000 hertz. Let's just try that and see what happens. And the other thing I want to find out is, can I actually run the oscilloscope as well as the signal generator at the same time? So let's go with sine wave and run. And now let's find out if we can run the oscilloscope and the signal generator at the same time. It does appear that we can. Cool. Pretty awesome. So we can use this thing to create a signal as well as read a signal. So that way if we need to hook this up to equipment to make something run, we can make that run and still make sure that we're actually getting a proper signal out the other side. Let's make a square wave. Let's make it 50 kilohertz. Okay. And auto. There we go. Pretty awesome. Let's see if we actually adjust the attenuation. Yes, we can see that in real time. So I know the oscilloscope works, we know the signal generator works, so let's check the multimeter. Black to COM and red to volts. Yep, there we go, 121. Nice and quick too. And I also like that it is automatic. Don't even have to set anything. So yeah, that's a pretty neat all-in-one tool. Oscilloscope, signal generator, and a multimeter all-in-one, and all-in-one nice little block. This is about the same size as a regular old multimeter. So having something that's fully functional like this and small and handy, plus having a very nice screen on there that you can actually read at different angles, that is a very nice tool. I'm happy with that.